Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Villa Park. And I've said this a couple of times before, but this is the biggest episode in this save, in this season, at this club, at any of the clubs that we've been at. Everything rides on this. Let's get into it. And as always, before we get into the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. As I said in the last episode, there's so many times that people are watching the tactics videos, especially not hitting that subscribe button. Please hit that subscribe button. That would help massively. Leave a comment down below as well. And let's get into the semi-final episode. So here we are in this semi-final special. Today's episode will consist of games against Liverpool in the FA Cup semi-final, Real Madrid in the Champions League semi-final, and sandwiched in between those two games is an away tie at Watford. Since the last episode, and we beat Juventus 3-0 in the last game of it, we drew 0-0 with Spurs and we beat Manchester United 2-0. It means the league table looks like this. We are 6 points behind Liverpool with 4 games to play. I think the league title is gone. That's why this episode is so important to us. We need to really make at least one final, hopefully 2. I mean, you'd fancy our chances against Chelsea or Bournemouth in the FA Cup final, and then we could, if we beat Liverpool in this, there's no reason why we couldn't go and beat them in the final of the Champions League if they were to beat Milan and qualify. See, those back-to-back draws there have really let us down. And as I said, we start the episode with a game against Liverpool. So far this season, we drew 1-1, Federico Perilla getting the goal at their place, and then we lost 4-2 at home. So we are the underdogs. We know that for a fact. Liverpool will be favourites to go through to the final, but hopefully we can go and do a job here, turn in a good performance. But I will say, one thing that we have lacked in this save with both clubs, well, with all the clubs, is anytime we get far in a competition, we just don't seem to have that big game mentality. And hopefully we can change that in today's episode, because we have 3 huge games. And the team for the FA Cup semi-finals: Peter Wadsworth in goal, Thierry Small, Jamie Brown, Cristiano Limiero, and Fabio Costa across the back. Tulio sits in front of them. Jose Werison and Gianfranco Bellino are in the midfield. Jorge Nedruz on the left, Nikika Raj on the right, and Federico Perilla is up front. And hopefully we can go out there and we can do a job. We can get a victory and start this episode off as we mean to go on. Liverpool, Aston Villa, FA Cup semi-final. Let's do this. Costa into Rogner. Opening couple of highlights have been Liverpool's way. Free kick, and that ball to Jorge Nedruz, who slots home, and it is 1-0 against the run of play here in the opening 16 minutes. Liverpool 0, Villa 1. Jorge Nedruz slotting in with his left foot at the far post. Fabio Costa with the throw-in on the right-hand side. He threw the ball into Nikika Raj, into Tulio. He gave it back to Costa, and the ball is exquisite. And sorry, it was Jorge Nedruz's right foot as he just sweeps home 1-0. And if you just see the stats, Liverpool have dominated. 5 shots to our 1, 2 shots on target to our 1. But we have been clinical here early on, and we just need to keep this up as Bervet puts the ball in and Wadsworth claims it comfortably. And he's got to find that right ball. There's a ball out to the right back. Fabio Costa on for him, but he decides to look long, and it's straight into the path of Evans, who gives it to Streckinger. Cut out by Bellino. It's really well done. Oh, the top of Federico Perilla. 1-on-1. He puts it into the back of the net. Federico Perilla makes it 2-0. And what a first half of the first half this has been for us here. 24 minutes on the clock. Liverpool 0. Villa 2. We've hit them on the counter-attack there. Streckinger tried to get the ball forward. Bellino cut it out, and he just chipped it over the defenders. Perilla was in behind, took a touch and just slotted it behind the goalkeeper. It is 2-0, and I think that's 2 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals, and that is what we needed to do today. Come here, be clinical, take our chances when they came, and so far, so good. Half an hour in, it's 2-0. Aria goes forward to Costa. Can he find the ball into the box? Ball towards Rog is cut out, and it's cleared forward towards Lorenzo Luca. Comes in field for Streckinger. He looks forward for Bervet. Bervet's now under a bit of pressure. Ravella looks over the top, and Costa should be able to get there first, and does, and gives it back to Wadsworth. Nicely played out from the back there. Calm passing as Tulio now back to Wadsworth and out to the left-hand side, and Thierry Small. Thierry Small coming forward. Gives it Jorge Nedruz in the Liverpool half. He turns back and goes in field to Jose Werison. Back to the halfway line, Tulio. Small now. Perilla, Nedruz, nice quick passing into Nikika Raj. Can he get the shot away in? Wind down to his left, saves it, but the offside flag was up. Wind wasn't to know that, so it was a good save there. Poor effort in the really from Rog. Probably should have gone across the goalkeeper, but it's still 2-0, and we are creating chances, and that is a good sign as the ball is given away. Shecker to Luca, and Haaland hits the woodwork, and Wadsworth now can get it away. And we are riding our luck here as Chelsea lead 1-0 in the other FA Cup tie. Half time here at Wembley. It is Liverpool 0, Aston Villa 2. And it's just one of these where both teams are playing at Wembley at the same time. That is bizarre. But 10 shots to Liverpool, 6 to Villa, 4 shots on target to Liverpool, 3 on target for Villa. We've scored 2 of them. And what more can be said? We are in pole position here. Evans down the byline now. Gets the ball in. Wadsworth spills it. Look, and it's blocked. And what a save from Peter Wadsworth. That save will be shown in years to come as Hans Kuhn runs it out of play. It hits a throw-in for Liverpool on this near side. And I'll tell you something, I have never seen a save like this. Well, let's see if we can see this again. Hopefully we can. As Bergman Johansson switches out to the right side and Evans. He gets the ball down, runs towards the byline. He gets the crossing. Wadsworth spills it out. And what a save that is. It was bouncing into the net. Fantastic stuff. It remains 2-0. When moments like that go for you, you think your luck is going to be in as Chelsea are now 2-0 up against Bournemouth. And it looks as if with 15 minutes to play, it's going to be a Villa-Chelsea final. Although Liverpool had possession of the ball there, but it goes back to Jamie Brown. Juan Carlos Suarez now to Limiero, who's moved out to right back with the arrival of Suarez. Brown now to Suarez. Back to Brown. Out to the left hand side and Camilo Paez fires it into the path of Nadruz. Into Hans Kuhn. Is in behind. Hans Kuhn! Oh! That was a chance to seal it, to make it 3-0 with just over 10 on the clock. It isn't to be, as Camilo Paez now will try and put this free kick in, headed away. Schreckinger gives it to Burvets. Burvets now, there's a man out here on the left-hand side, Doku. Doku is into the box. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Tight angle, hits the woodwork, and somehow between Suarez and Wadsworth, we get it away. And our goal is leading a very, very charmed life. But it looks as if that double within 7 minutes of the first half is going to be enough to get us through to the FA Cup final and another final in this save. Nadruz now down the left hand side. There is just over 90 seconds to go. Werison, Burvets with the tackle, gives it to Evans. Haaland now looks forward for Luca, takes it down and gives it back to Bergman Johansson. Out to Haaland on the right hand side, headed into the path of Brown though and Werison. And he gives it away now. Bit sloppy at this point in the game. Hans Kuhn cuts out that ball though. Perilla into Fabio Costa. 1-on-1. Fabio Costa saved by Wind. And that's what we need. We need the ball at that end of the pitch. As there's going to be a corner here. Time has expired. We're into added on time. And added on time, the corner is not going to be taken. And we are through to the FA Cup final. We've beaten Liverpool by 2-0. And we take this run of form into a tie against Real Madrid. A two-legged tie coming up next. And what a performance from the boys. We blew them away in that first half, 2-0. And it's an FA Cup final, our first FA Cup final of this save. And the board have requested a meeting to discuss a new contract. I think it's definitely something we need to do. I love it. What a show of unity and stability. And they're going to put the plans in motion to do that. And now they've offered us that, we're going to go back into the board request. And let's see if we can increase next season's transfer budget and maybe increase the wage budget, and I think that's the only two we can do. Yeah, because the contract classes as one of them. New contract is going to be offered in the near future. We've got Real Madrid in a couple of days' time. I wonder if it's going to come through just now. It's not. We'll come back for that and hopefully come back and show you if they've given us more transfer budget and more wage budget for next season. So the contract came in literally as I hit stop recording. Club culture to play entertaining football, play attacking football, play high tempo pressing football. Sorry, do not sign players over the age of 28. Sign players under the age of 23 for the first team. Work within the wage budget. Make the first knockout round of the Champions League. Top half of the Premier League. Quarter final of the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup is not important. The youth facilities will be improved in this time as well, and we'll be looking to qualify for the Europa League in 2035-36 and the Champions League in 2037-38. I'd have hoped to have won it by then, the way things are going. £31 million in the transfer budget as it stands, £2.5 million in the wage budget. We probably need a little bit more in both of them if we can do that. But I'm hoping that means we'll have nearly 60 million to spend, plus anything extra that they give us. So we're going to start the negotiations now. And let's see if we can. I know with trying to get a new higher wage with the board is always a hard thing. We've asked for 70,000. They went up to 64. Let's ask for 75. Oh, they've given us 71. Let's keep pushing this. Let's go 80. 78. That we've got 14,000 more out of them. They offered us 57. And we have signed a deal now for, I forget what it was, 78,000. That is fantastic business there. We've got another 21,000 out of the manager for another 4 years. Hopefully we can get success with this club and end the save with success at Villa without having to move on elsewhere. Transfer budget has been increased from 20.8 million to 27 million. It's not a great amount, but it means that we have 27. Well, actually, he'd already gone up, hadn't it? So we've already got that 60 million, as we said just a couple of minutes ago, and the wage request was rejected, which is disappointing, but hopefully we can move a bit of money about, get rid of a few players, and that should free up some wages. I mean, for instance, Federico Perella on £115,000 a week, he is gone, as is Yusuf Fofana, so that's £140,000 saved straight away. So hopefully we can use that and reinvest that back into the squad. It is the game against Real Madrid today, as we look to see what the team is going into it. And I can't go into it without Federico Perella playing. I just cannot do that. And we'll be back once I've sorted this team out. It probably will look something like this, maybe without Juan Carlos Suarez in the centre midfield. But we'll be back for the team news against Real Madrid. Team news for the Champions League semi-final. Wadsworth in goal, Small, Suarez, Brunic and Alex. Bellino in front of them, Tunjo and Hudson Enrique in midfield. Kozol on the left, Rog on the right, Perella up front. Let's do a job over here in Madrid. Let's get a first leg lead to take it back to our place, because as I always say, we're a much better team at home. Bellino to Tunjo now. Looks forward for Perella. Headed away though. Candy. McCarthy looks forward for Makoko. Makoko's in behind here. Can we force him out wide? We have. He's going to have to pull the ball back. Brunic trying not to make the Oh, referee. Surely not. A penalty has been given here inside the first minute, although it's going to be checked by VAR. I feel like he might have run out of the box. No, the penalty's been awarded. That is not the start that we needed. And I'm guessing it's going to be Makoko who's going to step up to take it. No, it's Mendes with a chance to score from the spot. Wadsworth saves it. Wow, this goalkeeper is something else. That save that he made in the semi-final of the FA Cup, mixed now with that penalty save in the opening minute at the Bernabeu. What a goalkeeper he is. As Foglia on this right-hand side, Kozol dispossesses him. Suarez now looks forward for Bellino. Suarez into Hudson Enrique. Alex has to go back to Wadsworth, and he just clips it out to the left side, and Thierry Small down the line to Thomas Kozol. I mean, when you've got a goalkeeper that is just this good, and he's providing so many good saves and stopping penalties and the like, everything could be coming up rosy for us this season. Suarez into Bellino. Suarez once more. Thierry Small. He looks to go into Tunjo. It's cut out. Makoko into Mendes. Mendes beats him this time, and Musa Mendes, after missing the penalty, scores 2 minutes later, and we've been under the cosh here in the opening 4 minutes, and it is Real Madrid 1, Aston Villa 0 here at the Bernabeu. It was poor from us. We just couldn't get out of our own half. Suarez's ball was cut out by Foglia. Makoko with a nice little flick into Mendes, and he beats Wadsworth from around the penalty spot. 1-0. Foglia with the ball in. Makoko gets up, heads it onto the roof of the net. And we're playing short out from the goalkeeper, and Brunic goes long, and it's just going to come straight back, and that is disappointing. There's Makoko into Foglia. He's through, ball for Makoko. What a tackle that was there. And Wadsworth comfortably grabs it, and thankfully as well, because that was a chance for Makoko to make it 2-1. And Real Madrid yet again are coming out here. Yalassi on the left hand side now, looking to get the ball into the box. He does get the ball into the box. Foglia nods it back. Makoko heads it, and Aston needs a block on the line by Alex. And somehow we ride our luck yet again. We should be 3 or 4 down here. As Foglia puts the ball in, Bellino heads it away. McCarthy now in. Candy with a shot, and it's over the bar. And it's still 1-0 midway through this first half. Half time in. If you look at the stats, 17 shots against 2, 6 on target against none on target for us. We rode that storm though. It's only 1-0 at half time. And the thing is right now is, what do you do? Because they've been so much better than us. And I'm just wondering how we can get at Real Madrid in this second half and provide an attacking threat of our own. Small with the throw into Bellino now. Back to Thierry Small. Infield to Bubichet Tunjo. Under a bit of pressure. Mendes intercepts that ball though. It was played blindly, and it's fired up to Makoko, who's won everything up top here. Coming in field. Hits the shot. It's wide of the post. And we've dropped to a cautious mentality as we look to try and hit them on the counter-attack and do something in that respect. But I mean, even if we're 1-0 down going to the home leg, it's not a complete disaster. Especially considering how dominant they have been. 70 minutes in here, nothing really happened in the second half since we've dropped to that cautious mentality. It's time to make some subs, especially as well based on the fact of who's playing poorly. Ryan Dunn is going to come on. Jorge Nadruz is going to play up front. And Camilo Paez on the left. We changed all of the front three going into the last 15 minutes. Hopefully we can create something, but it's that balance between trying to create something and get the equaliser and not conceding a second, because I would much rather go to Villa Park with a 1-0 deficit than a 2-0 deficit as we go into injury time. 4 minutes of it, nothing really has happened in this second half, and it has finished 1-0, and we have got away with that there. 24 shots to our 3, 9 on target to our 0, 3.3 XG, but they only scored 1 goal. Peter Wadsworth was man of the match with an 8.2. Best player on the pitch by, well, I say by a mile, by 0.1 to Mendes and Yalassi. Maybe we've got away with one there. Real Madrid 1, Aston Villa 0. We go into the second leg at our place in a week's time, still in with a shout. Watford now in the league with a much changed side. Wadsworth keeps his place in goal. Daniel, Brown, Limerio, De Sommer across the back. Tulio in front of them. Costa and Jose Weverson in midfield. Payas on the left. Dunn on the right. Nadruz up front. Actually, I am going to change that. Then again, Peter Cossel's got a knock and Hans Kuhn's fitness is struggling. Maybe not. We'll keep it probably the way it is. Yeah, I think we'll keep it the way it is. I was going to bring in Peter Cosel and Hans Kuhn, but I think we'll keep it that way. Although, I'm going to give Anthony Russell the game instead of Camilo Payas. Let's do this. He's Watford in the league. We're 6 points behind. There's 4 games to play. We really need to do something today. But if all our focus has been on these semi-finals, we may just slip up. And we are underway here at Vicarage Road. We know we need a victory. I don't know how much different it will make because we need Liverpool to really drop points in 2 of their games. Actually lose 2 of their games, not just drop points. That ball through for in the draws. Fired it in inside 30 seconds. His 6th goal of the season for the man who's probably going to be leading the line next season, Jorge Nadruz. It is Villa 1, Watford 0, and we couldn't have asked for a better start here. Fabio Costa was challenged. It fell back into, not sure who that was there, Daniel into Weverson, into Jorge Nadruz, and he gets there ahead of the goalkeeper, beats him. It's 1-0. Was it Pyatt? No, it was Russell, sorry, out there on the left-hand side. I lost track of who it was. It is 1-0, and what a start that is. Liverpool have just taken the lead against Brighton. Erling Haaland with the goal there as De Sommer can get that ball out of the box. Done now. Going in field from the right-hand side. Out to Russell. Costa. Back to Russell. Looks forward to Daniel who's got forward. Has to go back and into Tulio in the centre circle. Where is it? Ball over the top for Nadruz. Takes it down. 1-on-1. Oh, he should have hit the target there for sure. And he could have had his second. As I say, Liverpool have gone 1 up in their game against their 11th place Brighton. We need Brighton to do something for us, but I don't think it's going to be the case. I think Liverpool are just going to get over the line here this season. And we have been so close to challenging them. So it's going to be a real disappointment to miss out. And like I said before, without Federico Pereira next season, I don't know how close we're going to get. We haven't been good at all today. I mean, Watford have really had nothing noteworthy. But they've had more shots. That ball goes in. Dunn with the header. And it's found its way in past Cabrera. Ryan Dunn with his 5th of the season. And 5 minutes into the second half, I think we've killed this game off. Watford 0, Villa 2. And Ryan Dunn getting the goal. Fabio Costa, infield to Tulio. Ball clipped down the left channel, for Daniel. He volleys it in first time. And Dunn with the header through the hands of Cabrera. It is 2-0. And that should be game, set and match here at Vicarage Road. Watford looking to get back into this straight away from the kickoff and really make me eat my words as Rodrigo goes back to Cabrera. Taking his time there, which is surprising considering they're 2 goals down. I know there's still 40 minutes left, still plenty of time for them to get back into the game. But no urgency there as Weverson into Costa, Nadruz, into Russell. Switches it out to the right side and Dunn. Can he get the ball into the box? He does for Weverson. Takes a touch. Back to Dunn. Under a little bit of pressure. Tries to get the ball in. It's blocked. And Villalonga can clear it away. But De Sommer intercepts it. He'll now take his time and looking for Tulio. Dunn. Coming in field. Back to Tulio once more. Costa. Into Nadruz. Out to Daniel on this left-hand side. Runs into the box. Can he get the ball across? Pulls it back into Russell. Hits a shot. Saved. And Jose Weverson taps in from inside the 6-yard box. It's 3-0. And a quick fire double for Ryan Dunn and Jose Weverson seals the 3 points for us for sure now. Watford 0, Villa 3. Really well worked. Out to the left hand side and Daniel. He looked to try and get the ball in and then just laid it into the path of Russell. His shot was saved, or did it hit the post? And Jose Weverson just had the simple job of tapping in from inside the 6-yard box. It is 3-0 here. As we got a goal line technology, it doesn't matter because the ball went over the line. So why does that even matter right now? It is 3-0, 55 minutes on the clock. Brighton have got an equaliser against Liverpool. Louis Barry doing it for his former club, and they've just gone 2-1 up, and this makes things very, very interesting now. As Fenn into McAvoy. McAvoy now looks like switch back to Moran. Moran through 1-on-1, puts it wide of the post. Is Watford's first real chance of the game, and they have squandered it there. The gap would be 3 points with 3 games to play as it stands. As Ryan Dunn has got an injury, we were trying to make as few substitutes as possible, but I think we'll make the trio of subs now just because I'm bring on players that won't feature in midweek against Real Madrid, as the time has now gone into stoppage time. 4 minutes of it, 3 minutes left as Li Zhao puts this ball in. Costa going up for it, headed away from him though. Daniel can pick it up. We're looking forward from the left hand side. Costa to Leo now. Back to Costa, into Nadros, who gets past his man. Jorge Nadros gets his second, 9th of the season for him. Scores in the 1st minute and the 92nd minute. This guy has got stamina for days. He can do it any time of the game. It is 4-0. Jorge Nadros showing what he's going to be worth to us next season, I hope. Just rode the challenge there brilliantly. Set himself, puts it in the bottom corner. It's 4-0, and that is the cherry on top of the icing, on top of the proverbial cake. 4-0, what a performance here, and Liverpool look like they have lost 2-1 against Brighton, and we will be within 3 points with 3 games to play. There is the league table after that 2-1 defeat to Brighton. Liverpool 79 points, Villa 76. It is still on. The 5-goal difference might be the issue, but they will have to lose a game, and we'll have to probably win all of our last 3, which means that the goal difference might come in. If they lose 2-0 and we win 2-0, the goal difference is back to 1, and all of a sudden it is game on going into the final games of the season. But what a performance that is. 4-0 victory, and we'll look at the fixtures for both us and Liverpool in the final 3 games of the season. So Liverpool's final 3 league games of the season see them play Everton at home in a local derby, who currently sit in 13th place. That's gone right back up to the top, so that's annoying. They play Leicester, who are 15th, so 2 winnable games there. And the last game of the season is against West Ham United, who sit in 8th right now with new manager Dimitri Halashko. Hopefully they can do us a favour, because they have been a thorn in our side all throughout this save. As for us, meanwhile, we play, and we've still got it on alphabetical order. So we play Leicester, who are 15th, we just said. Chelsea, who are in 11th, having a really poor season. And then Arsenal on the last day of the season. Mixed in with that is an FA Cup tie against Chelsea as well. They're not the worst games in the world, but I think Liverpool do have a better run in than us. And I think that will be what matters when it comes down to the crunch at the end of this season. One other thing, we've qualified for the Champions League, and the board have set the initial budget. So let's see what they have set for next season. 3 million in the wage budget, 77.36 in the transfer budget. That is absolutely fantastic. Hopefully, if we can win a cup to go with that, they'll increase that above the 80 million mark. If we were to win the Champions League, I'd hope they increase it above the 100 million mark. But what we talked earlier on in the season about hopefully getting the money this season after having a season in the Champions League. We've qualified for another season in the Champions League, and they've come through and given us 77.36 million. Hopefully, if we can continue qualifying for the Champions League, they'll keep giving us this amount of money. We can keep getting the players in and keep improving this squad, because I don't know how good Jorge Nadros is going to be compared to what Federico Pereira has done for us in the past couple of seasons. So a striker may be something in the market for, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, because we need to improve this squad in all the right areas to move onwards and upwards and hopefully get a Champions League victory. If someone had said that on the 9th of May we would be in contention for a potential treble, including the Champions League, I would have snapped your hands off. We play Real Madrid at Villa Park today with Wadsworth in goal, Small, Suarez, Brunic and Alex across the back, Bellino in front of them, Tunjo and Hudson Enrique in the midfield, Kozul on the left, Nikika Raj on the right, Pereira up front, and it's simple. We're 1-0 down. We need to win this game. No matter what happens, we need to win this game. And we have a chance at the Premier League and the FA Cup, obviously the final of that as well. It's a big game. The pressure is on. Villa versus Real Madrid. 1 goal down from the first leg at the Bernabeu. We rode our luck there. Hopefully we could turn in a performance at home, as we've done so many times in this competition. Let's do this. And that side has 10 changes from the last game. Only Peter Wadsworth keeps himself in. Donnarumma, Reece James, Musa Mendes, who got the only goal in the last game. Yusufa Makoku, who caused us so many problems in the last game. Ramiro Osario, someone we sold when we first got here. Hakimi's in there as well. Castellanos, Branch on the bench. Burak Aslan's playing. McCarthy's playing. Guillermo is playing as well. Jalassi, who was one of the top players in the first leg. This is going to be so difficult for us today. And we are underway here. Champions League semi-final, second leg from Villa Park, as Alex goes into Bellino there. I mean, an early goal would really set things up nicely. It would really put a stamp of what we want to do in this game, as Tunjo now out to Kozul on the left-hand side. Small. they really pressed us high up the pitch in the last game, forced us into mistakes. As Alex now, forward towards Enrique, who's in behind the defence, forced that wide. The shot is blocked, and Candy will make sure it doesn't go for a corner kick, and Donnarumma can clear it. But Kozul now looks for Perillo. Is he onside? He is onside. Is he? They're going to be checked because it is a great finish here inside a minute. Goal is disallowed. Oh, what a start that would have been. Federico Perillo was trying to get back onside and he just didn't get back in time. Great touch, great finish, and we're showing that we can do something against Real Madrid here at home. As that ball looks for Aslan there. He wins headed to Yalassi. Guillermo. Mendes now. Into Moukoko. Turns. Into Foglia, who's in behind the defender. Gets towards the byline. Pull back. Tunjo flicks the header away. James can pick it up now. Into Mendes. Foglia. To Moukoko. Oh, that probably should have been 1-0. Great chance there. Wadsworth was coming out to him, just couldn't get there, and it remains 0-0 here 10 minutes into this game. This tie, you can feel, is on a knife edge. It's Foglia now. Real Madrid coming into this game after the good start by us early on. McCarthy goes back to Reece James. McCarthy again. Mendes with his back to goal. Out to James on the right side. Looks for Foglia. Pulls it back from Moukoko. And Youssoufa Moukoko with his 39th goal of the season makes it 2-0 aggregate. And that may just be that. I think we found our match here. 15 minutes in. It's 1-0. And the next goal is obviously key, because if we go 3-0 down in this tie, we are out of it. If we can get it back to 2-1 and 1-1 on the night, who knows? But every time Real Madrid come forward, they just look like such a threat and look like such a top team. As Federico Perillo takes it down into Kozul, looks for Rog. Yalassi can knock it back to Donnarumma, and he looks forward, but Suarez takes it down comfortably. Over halfway to Bellino now. Hudson Enrique looks forward for Nikita Roch. Can he get there first? He does. Pull back, mistake. Perillo blocked, and oh, we got this look against Liverpool in the FA Cup semi-final, and maybe our luck has just run out this season. Half an hour in here, it is still 1-0, 2-0 aggregate. James now, and that's cut out well by Thierry Small. We signed Thierry Small. I didn't think he'd be such an integral part of this team, and he has been. Hudson Enrique, though, turned a pace past his man. Looks for Perillo. Hopefully he's onside. He hits it in. It's into the bottom corner, and it's going to be checked yet again. Please be a goal this time. It's awarded. It's 1-1 on the night. It's 2-1 on aggregate. 37 minutes in. Hudson Enrique with a turn of pace past his man. Perfectly weighted ball into Perillo. Beats the goalkeeper inside of the post. It trickles across the line into the side netting. It is 1-1. Hour in. It's still 1-1. It's still on a knife edge. How early can we go for this and risk being caught on the counter-attack? Just trying to find something in this last 10 minutes now. Hoping that we can just provide a chance, and it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do it. It looks as if we're going to be out of the Champions League here. 1-1 on the night, 2-1 on aggregate. This Champions League run comes to an end, disappointingly, but it is a 1-1 draw, 2-1 defeat, and we're such a better team at home. I keep saying it, but that is the end of our run. So we've got £10 million for playing in the Champions League semi-final. Means our finances are 22 million here before all the sponsorship money, all the TV money comes in. So that is great for us. Champions League semi-final defeat, as Real Madrid now will play Liverpool in the next round. We will be back for the FA Cup final and potentially that last league game of the season against Arsenal, if there's still a chance that we can win the league. Hopefully that there is. We're going to play the Leicester and Chelsea games off camera, come back, Chelsea and Arsenal in the last episode as we look to try and win a double. It's kind of out of our hands a little bit because Liverpool really should waltz through these last few games, but as long as we're in with the shout, we'll be back for that. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel like I said at the start, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time for another cup final, the FA Cup final this time. Hopefully we can break this hoodoo on this save and win a cup final.